can give a pig a bath, spray it with perfume, and even put lipstick on it, but it's still an unclean thing. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, day 1 of a double Torah portion. Tzaria and Metzora, Tzaria referencing she is the one who conceives or is causing to grow. Metzora, the infected one. We are in Vayikra, Leviticus chapter number 12. I'm going to read today verse 1, which says, And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, When a woman has conceived, Tzaria, and has given birth to a male, then she shall be unclean, tameh, 7 days, as in the days of her monthly separation. She is tameh, she is unclean. We are talking in this section of Vayikra, Leviticus, about the realm of that which is clean and unclean. A better way, perhaps, for us to understand this, because we think, well, if something's unclean, it's dirty, so let's just use some soap and water and fix it. We're not talking about that kind of unclean necessarily. We're talking about a realm, and people kind of get, I don't like the word realm because it gets over into an area that sounds a little spooky or new agey, but realm is just the sphere of your being. It's where you're abiding in a physical sense, yes, but it's how your physical relationship to the spiritual realm or a spiritual atmosphere or arena is connected. That may sound confusing, but let's try to straighten it all out. A better way, perhaps, of looking at this is the terms for use and not for use. And we're talking about that which is for use concerning the way Yah desires to interact with us, and things that are not to be used or not usable for us. And we're going to introduce another word here. It's the idea of defilement. And again, we don't like that word because it's more blatant and it's more rude than just simply saying something's dirty. If something is dirty, again, we can wash it, make it clean, theoretically. Defilement, however, is, I don't even know where to start with that. How do you deal with that which is defiled? Do we need to cast the devil out or something? What are we talking about here? So, Yah is introducing to us, again, the idea of acknowledging what realm, what arena of being that you are continuously in, or at a certain stage of life that you might be in. If you encounter someone, say you go to Israel, and this can happen frequently there, especially in Jerusalem. If you are enjoying the sights and walking through the streets of the city, you may encounter someone who is an observant Jew, and you may be able to recognize that by their demeanor or their wardrobe in some cases, not always, but in certain kinds. And they may walk by you and it would appear to you that they didn't even notice that you were there. You may, as our Western custom is, just, you greet someone, you immediately want to stick out your hand and shake hands. That's not always acceptable. And it's not that they are being rude. It's not just their culture. It is a part of their culture, but that's not the basis of it. The idea is that they understand that they have gone through all prescribed steps to be in the realm of the clean, tahor. And they don't know where you are and what manner of life that you're engaged in. They're not aware of whatever things that you may have engaged in some respect that has caused you to become unclean or tameh. Therefore, if they are embracing of you, handshaking with you, It could make them change states of being, realms of being, and it's not just go wash your hands and fix it for them. And so we need to understand that they are much more aware because of training in Torah and because awareness of what is what in this regard, much more aware of how things are than we are. Our Western society and culture simply does not teach this. For example, here we began to look at a woman who has conceived and given birth to a child. Now we know that this mom is going to be in need of bodily healing after giving birth, and she is not, and I don't mean this in a bad way, and forgive me if the term is offensive here, but she is not usable to her husband. For there is a time of healing that is necessary. And there is a point in time where healing has taken place and doctors have confirmed, and they will acknowledge you can be intimate with your husband again. But that's not immediate. She needs a space of time. And that's just nature, and that's just good medical sense. Spiritually, we never consider that. It never enters into our mind. But Yah says she needs a period of days if it's a male child, and an additional period of time it's a female child. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. But for our understanding, I wanted to lay this foundation of we need to learn what kind of realm or arena that we're walking in, what state or status of our being that we are conducting ourselves in at the particular moment. There are things that would make us unclean. Eating unclean food. A reference to pig. This is not about food today. But eating unclean food can cause you to become unclean. Bloodshed can make you unclean. We're talking about warfare. Being in close proximity or even touching that which is dead. Going to a funeral and standing at the casket and touching the body. I don't do that. Because I understand that it would cause a state of being unclean. It's not that I not love the person or didn't care about things, but I don't need to touch their dead body. There's just certain things that we don't necessarily have to do. These things can make us unclean. Now, Yeshua is our cleansing, and he does wash us. And there is the need of a mikvah, an immersion in water. And there are some things that we will discuss. But let's also understand that the things that make us unclean, all of them are not sin necessarily. The things that I've described, they're not sin. A woman who is in her time of the month, she is unclean to her husband, but she is not sinning. A woman who is given birth, she is unclean to her husband for a period of time, but she's not sinning. However, sin does make you unclean. And so we have to be aware then of the things that come out of our mouth, because slanderous and malicious gossip can come out of our mouth. That can make you unclean. Entertaining yourself with things that are unclean can make you unclean. Giving and venting to hard emotions, rage, and outburst of great anger, and those kinds of things can make you unclean. But thank you, Yeshua, that you are our cleansing, and that you have given to us your word to show us how to walk uprightly and be clean before you. We're about to learn how to conduct ourselves in a more aware situation of who we are and how we're walking. Let's enjoy this walk, and I'll see you again tomorrow. To then, shalom.